Okay, off you go.
So I'm doing the techie talk. I'm talking about website security audits. To most people that sounds really boring, but I love an audit. I like to audit everything in my life, from how much milk intake my daughter has, to auditing the security of the websites I maintain. I can then work out if I need to make any changes. So who thinks seeing this lock on your browser means your website is fully secure? For any of you that have a business website or a blog or a personal site, I'm here to show you a few simple tricks to analyze them and improve the security on any website for free. Website security is not an optional aspect of website management, it's a necessity. A breach in the website security can have devastating consequences, including data theft, loss of reputation, financial losses, and even legal liabilities. Penetration tests. This is how most companies test their security, but it's one of those words that make people dry heave. Not only the word penetration, but how costly they are to get an external company to infiltrate your security. So how do you improve the security of your websites for free? There are many ways to do this, and I'm going to go over a few of these. It's certainly not an exhaustive list, but it's a very good start. So here are a few websites you can copy and paste the web address of your site to check its security. The first of these is a protocols check on SSL Labs. It gives you a simple grade between A to D of how secure your website is, based on how old some are and they may need removing. You can do a headers check on securityheaders.com. Again, gives you a simple grade A to F, based on what information is sent with your website response. Some headers will need removing, some defining more, and some will need removing. You can also do a content security policy check on reporturi.com. This helps to protect against clickjacking, cross-site scripting, and other malicious attacks. They are a necessity in modern times. This check will show you if your site has one and what external sites are allowed to do on your site. You can ensure the site is on a safe platform by checking it out on CVE details. A quick lookup of the software used on your site gives a number of vulnerabilities that have been found in that software over time. If there are other platforms available that are more secure, then maybe a platform change should be scoped out. But it's not as easy as just adding your web address into a website to analyze your site for security. You also need to do some manual checks. I'm going to go over a few of these. The first of these manual checks is a user access check. So check which users have access to your site, what access level they have. Is this correct? Do some users need removing? Do some users need their access reducing? You need to check your website's password policy. Is this strong enough to meet current guidelines with length, special characters, capital letters, numbers, etc.? Test that weak passwords can't be used. Check that you've got two-factor authentication and make sure it's on for all users. You need to update your CMS or DXP software. Know what version of software your website is on. This can usually be found on the About link. Know what versions are currently in support and what the latest patch is. Make sure it's on the latest patch and keep them updated. This is the same with your server and database software. Know what version of software you're currently running. Make sure you're on the latest patch, especially a security patch. Keep them updated. If it's cloud-based, it's probably auto-patched. Again, this is the third slide on this because it's vital. Ensure the version used for all software on your site is up to date. This is how you keep it the most secure. And keep all software on your site up to date. So if the worst happens and your site is infiltrated and corrupted, encrypted or locked, have you got a backup of it? Can you recover to a new location and have it up again in 24 hours? And have you tested that restore and recover works for your site? Once issues are found from the audit, how do they get resolved if you're not technical enough to understand what they mean? We'll pass them on to the relevant party, whether that's a developer agency or a company managing the website or a website security expert. Ask them to look through the code and come back with solutions and timescales. And log your audits. It's great for showing your CEO, directors, clients, how you're keeping your site secure. What issues you've had and helps resolve over time. And then you can reorder whenever it's monthly, quarterly or annually. Security does change over time, so new techniques become known to exploit websites. New threat solutions arise. Add these into your audits, or in other words, audit your security audit. So in summary, analyze your security, test your security, log your security, keep everything up to date to keep your website safe. Thank you.